What's going on, ladies and gents, and welcome back to the MAXHITMATT YouTube channel. As you can see, it's a new series here on TEW9. First off, though, apologies for the lack of uploads. Obviously, life is life. I don't want to get too much into it, of course. But as you can see on your screens, Smackdown versus Raw, TEW9, the Draft Wars. Obviously, this is a series that Matt and I have been thinking about for a while. We are now finally pushing the button. We're doing it. We're doing it. And we are very keen to do this series. Matt, if you want to explain more
for sure
about this series, go right ahead.
So we've already done a draft. I'm Raw, BT is Smackdown. I had the first pick, which I used on Kurt Angle, but we'll get into that soon. So we're going to go through the rosters in a minute. We are going to have brand exclusive pay-per-views. Some are going to be co-branded pay-per-views, but this is set just after WrestleMania in 2004, but it is a complete wipe. So no champions. All champions will have to be crowned. There is no champions. There is nothing really that carries over unless we want it to. For example, we might want, the Benois, Michaels, and Triple H feud to carry over. We might want you know what I'm saying. These feuds might carry over if we want them to, but we also don't have to. And that's sort of the premise here. But honestly, I'm not going to waste too much time, BT. I think we should just get straight into the rosters and go from there.
Let's go.
Alright, so we're here with the MAXHITMATT Raw roster. Keep in mind, April of 2004. So we have A-Train, have Billy Gunn, Booker T, Chris Jericho, Ace Chris Jericho, which is so weird, Christian, the Bashams, Eddie Guerrero, Edge, Finley, Gail Kim, Jacqueline, Jazz, JBL, John Cena, which we're used to John Cena being in the 90s. He's a 60. Johnny Nitro, real young Johnny Nitro. Kane, injured Kurt Angle, but was the first pick. Lance Storm, leader, injured Mark Henry. Matt Hardy, Jackie Gator, Holly Holly, Rhino, Rico, Rikishi, Rob Van Dam, Sable, Scotty Too Hottie, Shannon Moore, Stacy Keibler, Stevie Richards, Harry, injured Test, The Big Show, The Rock, Corey Wilson, Trish Stratus, Val Venus, and Victoria. Not a megastar roster, but people we can build and great in-ring workers. Some of my favorites. We're also going to be bringing people in, that side of it. So I'm interested to see how this goes. Let's head over to Smackdown.
Roster.
Yeah,
let's go to see my roster. And as you can see here, this is my Smackdown roster. BT Savage here, of course. We got Jimmy Yang, aka Akio. Fucking, I don't even know if that's how you say it. We got Batista, Billy Kidman, Bubba Ray Dudley, Charlie Haas, Chavo Guerrero, Benois, Ciao Palumbo, Dawn Marie, Devon Dudley, Benaki, Garrison Cade, Hardcore Holly, Debbie Noble, Johnny Stamboli, Mark Jindrak, Maven.
Hey guys, Maven
name's
here. Stephanie McMahon told me to wax my eyebrow.
We got the hardcore legend, the Mick Foley here. We got Nydia, Nunzio, Orlando Jordan, Paul London, Randy Orton, Rene Dupree, Rey Mysterio, Ric Flair, Rob Conway, Rosie, Sakota, interesting, Scott Steiner, Big Papa Pump, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, Shelton Benjamin, Spike Dudley, Sylvain Grenier, Tajiri, the Hurricane, the Undertaker, Triple H, Ultimo Dragon, and finally, last but not least, William Regal. And as you can see, my roster is pretty stacked. I can't lie. It's star-studded.
It's strange. So BT and I were talking about this, and we won't go too in depth, but I have a lot of guys that are on the cusp of being like, you know, like RVD. We can really push him. Booker T, Cena, JBL, that sort of thing. Whereas BT's got the guys that are already made, but EB doesn't have the guys to push as much. Do you know what I mean? You've got Shelton, you've got Rene Dupree if you want to go down that angle, but you know, I don't see Chuck Palumbo becoming world champ. That's kind of the difference. You've got the made stars, I've got the stars to make. It's honestly kind of opposite in this time. You know, Smackdown was probably that roster, whereas Raw had the star-studded roster. Kind of flipped on that. But I reckon we should get straight into Raw. Yeah. What do you think, BT?
Let's go, I'm keen.
Let's do it. Alright, we're here with Monday Night Raw, the 5th of April 2004. The first Raw in a new era, BT. And what better way to kick it off than the GM, Eric Bischoff, coming down, grabs a mic, and he just wants to say, this is a new era of Raw. This is my era. This is the ratings era. This is the future era of Monday Night Raw. And you know what? In the draft, we may not have picked up your favorite stars, but we have picked up your favorite future stars. These are going to be the guys that in 5 years, you're going to talk about forever. They're going to be your favorites in 5 years. And he says, and just in saying that, right now I want to announce the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship, and that is Booker T. Booker T's music hits, comes on out. You know, he's happy to be #1 contender, but he says, you know what? You might be #1 contender, Booker, but tonight you're in the main event against Mr. Y2J, Mr. Chris Jericho. And show us what you got. Show me that you deserve to be in the spot. Because as much as I like you, and I like your attitude, and I like your lack of care for these people are what make this possible. So whether or not I like them, we need them. So Bischoff's really trying to explain, like, Bischoff needs the ratings. He needs Vince's approval. He needs the ratings. He needs everything to stay in the job, but also to make Raw keep going. Raw's meant to be the #1 brand. Raw has always meant to be the #1 brand. However, he's lost people like Triple H, Undertaker, Randy Orton, Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, Chris Benois, big names that he probably wanted to land. But we'll see. 72 rated segment, obviously 8,921 people in Oregon in the Gill Coliseum. This kicks off the Latino Heat era, and also had the creative angle, and it was a success. So not bad, a 72. We'll see how we go.
It's a good start to the show right there.
Yeah, not bad at all. Hot and rising. We then get into one-on-one action as we have Christian defeat Billy Gunn with an unprettier match. Was like, yes, this is still the show kind of match. I know Christian's very good. Obviously, Billy Gunn going through some personal issues. A little bit rough performance from him, but a 71 I'll take, man. 73 for Christian, 48 for Billy Gunn. Just a way to get Christian a win. The way we're going to be booking these shows is very different. If you watch the ECW save, which is still going to keep going, but if you watch the ECW save, if you watch some of the LCW stuff, if you watch any saves, this is going to be very different. And BT, you'll agree, this is very TV based. We'll go. But yeah, I'm going to say that Trish distracted Billy Gunn into the unprettier. Good times. 71.
Good times.
Yeah. We then get JBL come out. Probably takes him like 6 minutes to get to the ring. You know how he is. But JBL says that it is a damn shame he's not #1 contender. But he has something in mind, something that might be even bigger planned for him on Raw. JBL, as we know, is that very smug cowboy, rich cowboy kind of gimmick, and it's pretty new in 2004, this gimmick, and he just says that he's better than anyone on the roster. He is going to become World Heavyweight Champion. It's only a matter of time, even if that isn't right now. 72 though, that's a good promo from JBL.
It's a very good promo, great promo, and another good segment.
After that, we then get a bit of a squash, I would say. Maybe not a squash, but a very decisive win here for the Big Show, who defeats Rico in 5.5 minutes with a hog log. Big Show was off his game, so Big Show's probably performing at like a 70. I'm okay with that. 41 for Rico. Yeah, this isn't good. There's going to be a lot of stuff that isn't good, as far as some of these match ratings, but it's TV, right? It's all about the stories. It's all about building up. Yeah, it is what it is. A 47. Then get an 81. This is good. Ooh. Backstage, Eric Bischoff tells Eddie Guerrero, "I'm not a fan of you, but I want Vince's approval. I want the ratings. I want the money, and I want to put on a better damn show than SmackDown. So that's why a Backlash, 20 days, is gonna be Eddie Guerrero versus Booker T for the World Heavyweight Championship in the main event." Eddie Guerrero is the other #1 contender. Love to see it. Man, Booker T versus Eddie, that's going to be a fun match. But some people would argue that's not World Heavyweight Championship caliber. This is where Raw has that edge. It's going to be different. We do have edge, but not edge.
Yeah. This
is good. 81. All three men doing really well. Commentary could have been better.
It's gonna be sick, man. It's gonna be sick.
Yeah, with the build of Raw is gonna be fun. Then get a 67. Oh, big injury for Johnny Nitro. That is not good, but we have Rob Van Dam defeat Johnny Nitro in about 9 minutes with the Van Daminator. 87 for RVD, 33 for Nitro. They have great chemistry, but chronic knee pain is not going to be good for Nitro. We might have to pair him up in a tag team with someone or something like that. We can still get in the ring and develop, but not doing all the work. That is unfortunate. We do get a gimmick change in Team Idol. It's unfortunate. 67 though, and big shout out to RVD for that performance.
Good stuff, yeah.
We then get an announcement, probably like a video plays up on the Titantron, and a bit of a pre-tape, whatever. Mark Henry was injured. I believe it was at WrestleMania. Mark Henry got injured. He has a torn quad. Is it at Mania? I can't remember. Anyway,
Mark, I don't know. Yeah.
He has a torn quad. He's going to be out of action for a long time. Like, I'm talking probably over a year. We will have no Mark Henry, but he is on the Raw brand, and yeah. Maybe you know how back in the day they used to show like the surgery videos and things like that.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of what I'm envisioning here. From there we get an 83. Eric Bischoff tells the Big Show he was impressed with his match against Rico, and he says, "You know what? You are now the Intercontinental #1 contender. You have Edge off screen, but the match is gonna be Edge and the Big Show for the IC title. We'll get more into Edge's part of it probably next week, but yeah, this is the match, Edge and Big Show for the IC title." 83. This is really good. I'm gonna say good stuff probably from the Big Show as well. Yeah, great gimmick as well. Nice. I like that. 83. That's one of our better segments. Then get into women's action. Lita takes on Do You Like Jazz and wins with a moonsault. 7.5 minutes. 3. We had 59 for Lita, 50 for Jazz. We'll take a 63 at this point. I'm not gonna lie. For a women's match, this, we're gonna build, but yeah, that's not bad at all.
Solid match out there
for sure. We then backstage. Eric Bischoff again tells Too Cool, "You guys better win your match next week if you want to stay on Raw. I'm not a fan of you two clowns. You dance and you're fat, and you do a worm and you can't wrestle. I don't need you guys. But if you want to stay on this roster, you better win next week." All right? That's a big challenge, man. That's hard. We don't even know who they're going up against.
We don't. No.
We then have Matt Hardy in a match against Finley. He wins with a twist of fate. 57 for Matt Hardy and 56 for Finley. Finley getting a new gimmick, his Fighting Irishman gimmick. He's not going to be used as comedy or gimmicky anyway, so that's fine. But a 60 rating's okay. It's probably what I expected for these guys. They're not crazy performers. They're good. They're solid. But after the match is probably where we get a bit more about Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy's surprised. You know, he's a heel. He's getting cheered. And he's looking around and he's sort of going, okay. Like he's taking it in a bit, you know, walking up the ramp, looking around. Matt Hardy getting cheered after his victory, you know. Weird. The fans have always been weird with Matt Hardy. Even you think the V1 stuff, people liked Matt Hardy as a heel.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but getting cheered after his win, that's pretty big for Matt. Right, then we have John Cena coming out, and man, the pop for John Cena in Oregon is huge. Cena's over as hell. He talks about being Raw's hottest new talent. He says, you know what? I think I should be in a world title match, personally. But I understand that respect is earned, given. I will prove everyone here that I should be the world champion. Now, this is rapper gimmick Cena, but also mixed with like, it's kind of this, not Super Cena, but you get what I'm saying, right? It's rapper. It's the transition of rapper to, I guess, the 05, 06 Cena. So he's talking about that, and he goes to say, you know what? I don't have a match right now for Backlash, but I'm sure that Bischoff will find me a place after the reaction you all just gave me. Then Christian's music hits. I mean, he was already in action tonight. He beat Billy Gunn, but Christian comes out, says, you know what, Cena, you think you should be in a world title match. I know I should be in a world title match. Respect, I don't give a damn about respect. Look at me and Trish. You were talking about being the hottest. I got Trish by my side, and I'm Captain Charisma. There is no one here that is better than both of us. We are going to become Raw's power couple. There ain't nothing John Cena can do to stop us. And Cena says, is that a challenge? You got a challenge for me? Christian says, I don't know. Let's wait and see. Let me talk to Bischoff and see what I can work out for you. I don't know, man. If we talking about Cena versus Christian, I'm down. I am so down for that if that's what's going to happen. Trish maybe gets involved and says, you know what, my man Christian is 10 times the man you are. Basically, really sticking it to Cena. That's the whole thing of this. Cena, you would think, would dominate, right, on the mic. And he, don't get me wrong, he fires back. But Christian and Cena sort of level at this point, which is crazy, right? 77. Oh, yeah. I'd love to see it. Anything with these guys is going to be really cool. We move on from there as we get into our main event match as Booker T defeats Christian with the bookend after a distraction from Kane. So Kane, pyro goes off and he just stands and sort of like looks at Jericho. Jericho's like, what do you want? What do you want? Calls him into the ring, tries to fight Kane, but he turns around into a bookend. And Booker T defeats Chris Jericho. Not a bad match. 68, I'll take it.
Oh,
kind of wanted more from it, but I'll take it, right? We'll take it. We then, after the match, kind of descends into chaos as Kane now gets in the ring and looks to sort of attack Jericho and beat him down. But Eddie Guerrero comes out and makes a save. So it's Jericho and Eddie in the ring as they chase Booker T and Kane out. And it is announced, I guess, maybe by commentary, Eddie Guerrero and Chris Jericho are going to take on Booker T and Kane in the main event for next week. What a way to close the show. You know, the lights go out. That's all we got. I'm sorry. You know, all of that. As Eddie and Jericho are in the ring looking at Booker T and Kane walking up the ramp. 79. I will take that. That's going to be really good.
That is a huge main event for next Raw.
Yeah, man.
That's going to be big.
Finish up the show with a 66. Now, something I will say. Obviously, nothing is hot enough, right? Nothing that is... We don't have any hot storylines because we're making new storylines. So that's something that'll change. Slightly more further during the show. I disagree with that, but that's okay. That didn't have dramatic stakes, I would agree with. That's more of my booking. That's okay. Overall, I think it was actually an okay show. If we don't look at those reds, I think this probably gets us at least a 70. And I think this is an okay first show.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's the worst show.
Not at all. I don't think we really need to go through, because we're WWE, we don't need to go through popularity changes right now. We don't need to go through money because it's WWE. You guys know we're making a killer amount of money. I think we should just get straight into SmackDown. What do you think?
Let's get into SmackDown. And here is my SmackDown held in front of 11,605 people in the Giant Center in Hershey, Pennsylvania, as we kick off with Stephanie McMahon, the GM of SmackDown, welcoming the people to a new era of SmackDown. She says, we got the big stars, we got the great talent, and we got some exciting news in the horizon. We got the WWE heavyweight title that needs to be decided, all this good stuff. And then Evolution come out and interrupt Stephanie McMahon, and Evolution having a great time. They're smiling, they're cheering, they're just in style. And Triple H is on the mic, he says, you know, Steph, I love you to death, you know this. But cut to the chase. Cut to the chase, you know what you want to do. You know what the people want. You know what will draw the ratings here on SmackDown. Just give me the heavyweight title. Give me the WWE heavyweight title, and let's just get on with our night. Let's just have this new era of SmackDown be perfect with me as champion. You and I, we know each other very well. I think you know that's what you want and what these people want. And Stephanie, she just has this look on her face. She's not impressed. It's like, Trips, Paul. Oh, whoa, we're going by real names here. Paul, no, that wasn't the plan I had, unfortunately. I think I have better ideas of who I want my champion to be. And I talked to this man earlier today, so please come out. And then we get Benoit's music hits, Chris Benoit comes out, the crowd erupts. Oh god, I'm drawing blank. So honestly, it's Benoit. We don't need to say much. And Triple H is furious. Evolution's furious. And Triple H's like, this is bullshit. No, this is ridiculous. All right. He's not a real champion. I'm a real champion. And Stephanie's like, all right, calm down. I've come to this decision. You're gonna compete in a match. Benoit's gonna compete in a match, and we'll have two contenders for the title. Benoit, your match will be up next. Triple H, you're lucky. Next week, main event, you will be in a match, and we will determine who the two contenders are to fight for that WWE Heavyweight Championship. And that's how the segment ends. 82 rated segment there.
That's a great segment. I like that. That Evolution are out here, obviously, but they're not too involved yet. And I'm sure that's going to change. So I like this.
Oh yeah, Evolution, they're just doing their thing.
82, very nice there, BT.
Very nice as we kick off the show with Benoit's match here. As Benoit picks up the win against Mark Gindra with a sharpshooter in just under 9 minutes. 79 rated match, 84 for Benoit, 46 for Gindra, and Benoit is now officially a contender for that WWE Heavyweight Championship. It's a pretty good match. Triple H was on color commentary at ringside, pretty much just insulting Benoit the whole time. Triple H, he can't talk, he got a big fat nose, so that's it is what it is. 79 rated. Then we get a little backstage promo from La Resistance, who won tag team gold here on SmackDown. And it says, you know, SmackDown's going to be the proving grounds for them. They're gonna be the young upstarts. They're gonna be rising to the top, and they're gonna take SmackDown over by force. And these people aren't even gonna know it. La Resistance. Yeah, 54 rated promo.
I like it. Stuff. I like what I like about this segment, and I'm gonna pretty much say it like how it is. Like we wanted to do this save for a long time. And then I watched 64, who did a save of this as well, and it kind of pushed me further into wanting to do this. And I love how he did it, because he didn't just go every week we're gonna have Undertaker versus Triple H. You know what I mean? He went, hey, we're gonna have La Resistance come out and cut a promo, for example. And I really like that style of it, really that TV stuff. So big shout out to him. If you're not watching his stuff, go check him out.
Shout out to him. And then we get some cruiserweight action here as Ultimate Dragon defeats Jamie Noble with the Asai DDT. Just under 9 minutes, 66 rated there, 60 for Ultimate Dragon, 55. Jamie Noble, Ultimate Dragon off his game. Decent match. Cruiserweight division.
Yeah.
Is pretty stacked.
I mean, it got better than my main event, so whatever.
Oh, no. And then we go backstage into Stephanie's office, and we see Ric Flair talking to Stephanie. He's furious. He's like, Stephanie, what are you doing? This is ridiculous. Triple H should not be in action next week. Triple H should not have to wrestle to be a champion. He is a champion. He's an all-time champion. He's almost greater than the Nature Boy. Woo! And Stephanie, she's probably almost breaking character at this point, because it's Ric Flair. He's an absolute fucking menace to society, and Stephanie's like, calm down, Rick. I'll make it up to you, Rick. I'll make it up to you. We got a US title as well. Obviously, Rick, you should know this. And next week, you'll be in action, and if you win your match next week, you'll be a contender for the US title. You happy with that? And Ric Flair's like, oh, I'm happy with that. I'm damn happy. I'm still pissed, though. I'm still pissed. Triple H should not be in action. And he just storms out of it.
What I'm seeing here, man, Evolution could be the champs. Like, already, we are not even halfway through the show, and Evolution has 2 qualifying matches already.
I know. Look, it's just Evolution. They got that power, bro.
They do.
What can I say? And it's a 73. And we got Scott Steiner. He's got the promo backstage. He's gonna be in the main event tonight against the Undertaker. He says he's gonna defeat the Dead Man. You know, Dead Man, he's a fake man. Because I'm not afraid. I'm Big Papa Pump. I'm the big bad Bitty Daddy. The Undertaker is gonna be laying down, and my foot's gonna be on his chest. But I'm flexing, picking up that win here tonight. Holla! If you hear me.
Good promo.
75.
Nice short promo there from Steiner, man. That's good.
Oh, yeah. Then we got some tag team action. As La Resistance picks up a win against Hurricane and Rosie. When Rob Conway, he got the pin on Rosie using the ropes for leverage. A little tainted win there for La Resistance. But the win is a win. 57 rated match there. 36 for Grenier, 43 for Rob Conway. 42 for Rosie and 64 for the Hurricane. And, wow. Conway and Grenier don't work well as a team, apparently.
At least you can always interchange a Dupree in there as well. You know what I mean?
That is true. That is very true. Which is probably what I will do. 57 rated there. Then we got a little advertising here that Mick Foley will be on Smackdown next week. It's going to be huge. The
100%.
Mickster, the hardcore legend.
It's funny. If we had done this as him cutting a promo, it would have gotten like a 90 rating. But the fact that we're like, nah, we're going to stay true. It needs to be a hype video. 69.
Yeah, exactly. And we got Evolution talking backstage. Yeah, they're grouped up. They're huddling up. They're saying, yeah, Triple H saying, hey, guys, next week, I know, Rick's still hated, by the way. Rick's pissed. Rick, calm down, Rick. I know I shouldn't be in that match, but next week I need a win. Rick, you need a win next week. We need to be champions here at SmackDown. We need to take over SmackDown, prove why SmackDown is our territory, our land, our brand. Randy, Batista, you're gonna be as vital. You're gonna be as much part of this as we are. Yeah, they're just hyping each other up. 81 rated, good stuff.
Really good, really good SmackDown so far.
Really good, yeah. And then we got Batista in action, defeating Maven with the Batista bomb. 63 rated there, 69 for Batista, 42 for Maven. And it's not a bad match.
That's actually pretty solid.
Not a bad match at all. And so another win for Evolution.
Yeah, man, they're killing it. Oh my.
Oh wow, and then we just get Shawn Michaels promo here, you know. He's in the ring and he's on SmackDown. He's excited to change things up, you know. He used to be sort of a Raw guy for his whole career, but he's on SmackDown now. It's a new environment for him, and he knows there's going to be some changes he has to get used to, but he's excited to compete with some of the very best that SmackDown have to offer, like people like Undertaker, people like Chris Benois, Rey Mysterio, the whole of Evolution, and so much more talent here on SmackDown. But he just says, you know, you're gonna be seeing the old Heartbreak Kid. You're gonna be seeing the man, the showstopper, the headliner, the main event.
Don't hunt what you can't kill.
Don't hunt what you can't kill. Exactly. He's probably wearing that shirt in his promo.
Yeah, I think he is, bro. I think he should be.
And he's gonna be going back to the very best Shawn Michaels that he can be. 100 rated. Well, 100 rated promo. That is the best.
That is the best, yeah.
So what a promo from Shawn. And we get some 6-man tag team action as the Dudley Boys, Bubba, Devon, and Spike defeat FBI, Nunzio, Chuck Palumbo, and Johnny Stamboli. And Bubba Ray pinned Nunzio with the cutter. Yeah, well, let's say it was a 3D.
I think 3D, yeah.
Finish. 56 rated match there. Solid performances. Devon and Bubba with a 65. 37 for Stamboli, 47 for Chuck. Spike with a 46. 56 for Nunzio. It's a decent match. It's a random 6-man tag. Like, come on.
It's a SmackDown TV match.
It is, exactly. And then we got another little pop-up here. Rey Mysterio will be in action next week. So, good. Keen for that.
I'm always keen for a bit of Mysterio, bro.
Who's that jumping out the sky? REY. Mysterio. Here we go. And then we got Regal approaching Stephanie Man in her office. And Regal's like, look, Steph, I heard what you said earlier tonight. And you're clear you need a contender. Need someone to go up against Triple H next week, and I feel like I'm the perfect guy. You know, I've been here for the last couple of years. I've been busting my ass. I've been working as a good soldier here for the company. I'm on SmackDown now, and I think it's my opportunity. I think it's the right time. Stephanie's like, no. There's definitely, you're not the name in mind, Regal. And then Regal's like, okay, no, I understand. Look, US title. Look, I see you got the US title. You know, I could bring prestige back to the US title and make it great again. That's clearly the idea you have for me, and it's obvious, yes. Steve's like, no, that's definitely not it. I need you to get out of my office now. You're not wanted here. Regal, have a good one, sir. And Regal's just,
he's frantic.
Happy. He's frantic. He's out of the office. He's got no titles. He's got no bitches. I don't know. He's just got nothing now, and it's a bad time for Regal. Like, it's an 81.
Oh, that is probably one of the best promo segments we've ever done.
In the main event of SmackDown, we got The Undertaker defeating Scott Steiner with the debut of Hell's Gate here in 2004. The Triangle Choke. 72 rated. I'd imagine Steiner passes out here. I wouldn't want to see Steiner tap out. That'd be a little crazy, but 72 rated, 84 for Undertaker, 54 for Steiner. And Undertaker ends the night with a win, or as we think. We end the show. Undertaker's doing the pose. We think it's all good. We think it's all over. But William Regal comes out, hits the ring. He's got the brass knucks on, the power of the punch, and he puts the pummeling to the Undertaker. He is punching his face non-stop, repeatedly with those brass knucks over and over and over, and he's pissed. He's angry. You see the Undertaker with a bloody face, and it's about 2 minutes straight of him doing this, and we end the show. Regal standing on top of Undertaker. He's angry. You just see the expression on his face.
It's a serious Regal.
It's a serious Regal, man, and Regal's he's gonna get everyone's attention now. He's not gonna be taken as a joke.
Exactly.
It's a serious. And yeah, we end the show. Taker, bloody face, laying on the ground. Paul Bearer's in shock. Oh my Undertaker, what's going on? Regal, you fat bastard! And it's all over, bro. Undertaker's good. He's out, bro. Now it's a 72 rated show. Wow.
Now, the hot storylines is gonna change. We know this. That's just gonna take a couple weeks. The first couple weeks of a save is always like this, but yeah, really good stuff here, dude. 100 rated promo. The Regal stuff was good. The main event was pretty good. 72. Some really promising stuff here. Obviously, Benois doing Benois things, Evolution doing Evolution things. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's a good show. Good show. Very happy with it. And yeah, no, this is sick.
Sure. We're going to quickly take you through Velocity and Heat. It's going to be very quick. We're not really going to run through each segment. We're just going to show you this screen. We'll head over onto that, and then it'll be pretty much time for the end of the video.
Yeah. Here is our Velocity show here. Quickly just run it through here. Kick off, Dudley Boys saying they want tag team gold. We then have Charlie Haas defending Elena Jordan. Regal, we've got a little hype package here. Regal to address his actions from SmackDown on the next SmackDown, obviously. Then we got Chavo Guerrero saying he wants to be the Cruiserweight champion. Says he's the better Guerrero. We got Hardcore Holly defending Garrison Cade. Mick Foley, hype video again, as he obviously is going to appear on the next SmackDown. Sean Benjamin hyping himself up as a future star of SmackDown. And in the main event, we got main event Maven defeating Chuck Palumbo. Get a 56 rated Velocity.
Not bad at all.
Pennsylvania again, as you see the venue, 2,642. To see Velocity, yeah, good stuff.
Easy. All right, we'll see you over in Heat. We're here for WWE Sunday Night Heat with our in Oregon again, State Fair Pavilion, 2,000 people, sold out, I guess. We open with the Big Show issues an open challenge for Raw. Then we have Shannon Moore defeats Steve Richards. Edge hype video to be in action on Raw. A-Train defeating Rico. Our main event hyped, of course, is going to be Jericho and Eddie versus Kane and Booker T. Then we have Jazz defeat Terry. Do you like Jazz? Matt Hardy is confused by the reactions on Raw, but he doesn't hate it. So a little bit of like a self-hype kind of promo there. Same thing here with Billy Gunn. He's like, I got a point to prove. A lot of people talking about me and some issues. I've got a point to prove, and I'm going to prove everyone wrong. Then Rikishi in the main event defeating Lance Storm. BT, that's going to do us for the Draft Wars episode 1.
Crazy. What an epic episode.
100%. Guys, you know what to do. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We are going to be dropping these videos in bulk, so one coming out, and yeah, we're going to record in bulk for over these next couple of days over Easter, so very excited to get this out there. I appreciate y'all. BT, you want to say the final goodbye?
Well, as we're recording this, WrestleMania IRL is tomorrow and the next day. Hopefully you enjoy your WrestleManias, whether you're going there or whether you're just watching. Until next time, I'm BT Savage. This is MAXHITMATT, and we'll see you in the next video here on the MAXHITMATT YouTube channel. Yeah.